What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again talking about the Jimmy Butler situation in Miami. It's getting worse and worse, and it's at a point of no return, as Sham said. Jimmy Butler has now said, I'm open to playing anywhere other than Miami because that's how badly he wants to leave. Now, obviously, 3 weeks ago, we just did a video on this when he first initially requested trade out of Miami, but since this situation has not been solved yet, what I thought we could do is talk about this situation once again. Not trade him to the Warriors this time, do something different. So let's go ahead and jump in and talk about this Miami Heat situation with Jimmy Butler in 2K25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Also, I am recording this in the morning, so I apologize. My voice sounds absolutely horrific. Did not have time to do one last night, unfortunately, which is what I've been doing lately. But here we are anyway. So, Jimmy Butler, the one thing that Jimmy Butler has, which is why not a single, he is open to saying anywhere because he has a player option to leave in the offseason. So, like, if he gets traded to somewhere he doesn't want to be, he could easily leave that situation, which is obviously going to deter teams away from trading for him if he doesn't want to be there. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to put him in the trade finder at the trade deadline. We're going to take the best available trade based off what he has said. So, let's go ahead, get to the trade deadline, and we'll see what the best trade situation is, and then we'll rebuild the Miami Heat from there. Holy crap, my voice is a lot worse than I thought it'd be. I'll see you guys at the deadline. Today's video is brought to you by Daily Grind Fantasy's Optimizer. If you play on apps such as Prize Picks, Underdog, or any of these other popular DFS apps, having a tool like this is awesome to have, finding good plays right in front of you without having to do any research. As you guys can see, we're looking at the Prize Picks board at the moment, and we got a bunch of value on the board for tomorrow and Saturday. We even got some NFL props on the board too as well. Jalen Warren under 9.5 rush attempts. You have some books listing this at 8.5, and every book is kind of at 9.5 with some juice on the under. Dean Wade under 6.5 points. Obviously, FanDuel, DraftKings are heavily favoring him to go under as well. And then you got Donovan Mitchell under 9.5 rebounds plus assists. So a lot of value on the board, which is why it is great to having a tool like this so you could find good bets in front of you on the apps you play on. Also, make sure to check out Prize Picks. This link is also down in the description below. Play $5, get $50 instantly. Use code Crushables on both sides. 25% off your first month at Daily Grind Fantasy. Like I said, Prize Picks, you get $50 instantly when you just play $5. Other than that, let's get back to the rebuild. So at the trade deadline, we find ourselves at 24-25 on the season. So as promised, we are going to throw Jimmy Butler in the trade finder, and we're just going to see what the best available trade is that we like going forward and build it around that for the rest of the video. So I could make my own trade like I did in the Warriors video, but since we already did that in another video, this is the challenge that I kind of wanted to have in this one based off him saying he wants to play anywhere. So we have 18 offers on the board. Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez does not do it for me. Vucevic and Javon Carter, no. Holiday, Al Horford, no thank you. Desmond Bane, Marcus Smart is definitely interesting. I guess if Memphis wanted to make like a very aggressive move, but I don't know if they'd really sacrifice Desmond Bane like that. Atlanta, Clint Capella, nah. Miles Bridges, Marketing, no. OG Anunoby, no. KCP and Isaac, nah. Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. is actually somewhat interesting from Denver because obviously they could pair Jimmy Butler with Jokic, but I don't think Denver trades both of them. But so far, this is definitely my favorite one because this gives Miami both starting forward positions around Hero and Bam Adebayo. So I actually like this trade quite a bit. Siakam from Indiana is definitely interesting. Beasley and Tobias Harris, nah, I can't get behind that quickly. Keller Olynyk, Fred VanVleet, Vassell, Zach Collins, Hartenstein, Isaiah Joe, Robert Williams, Jeremy Grant, and then Kuzma and Rashawn Holmes. Okay. I was kind of hoping the Rockets would be in here, and they are, but they want to give me Fred VanVleet. Now, I don't mind doing a trade with Houston. So the one thing I kind of want to do, because some people did suggest this in the last video, which I do agree with, is that Jabari for Jimmy Butler could make a ton of sense because obviously Jabari would fit very well, and then Houston could get Jimmy Butler, even though I'm not sure they should be trading for Jimmy Butler just because I'm not sure they're ready for something like that. But they may think they are. Who knows? But there's also indication that Houston will not blow up their young core for like a guy like Jimmy Butler. So maybe we can't do this. Does Denver really want to shake things up like that? I don't know. I really can't get behind them trading Aaron Gordon and Aaron Gordon and Porter, but it gives them a very interesting big three, I guess. So I don't mind maybe getting behind a trade such as that. But I mean, maybe we can shake it up just with a little bit more value in it. So let's throw Haywood Highsmith in here too. see if anything new pops up, just to kind of see if anything will new will. So yeah, same offer. Siakam, TJ McConnell, Stewart, Kelly Olynyk, or sorry, Amanda Quickly, Kelly Olynyk, Brent VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, Vassell, Hartenstein. I mean, this low-key was kind of a bad idea. I don't really see any trade that I absolutely love realistically. I do like an offer with Denver around Michael Porter Jr., although I feel like I've kind of had him in quite a few videos lately because there's rumors around him. But I'm going to see if I can build a trade with Houston. So I'm going to ignore my idea of using the trade finder first, and I'm going to see if I can build a trade with Houston to get Jabari from Jimmy, or get Jabari Smith for Jimmy Butler. I think that's what I really want to do based off some of the suggestions people made in the earlier video we did 3 weeks ago. You know what? We're going to follow the rules I said at the very beginning of the video. I said we're going to do our favorite trade from the trade finder, and obviously this is my favorite one. I didn't really want to do it because it doesn't feel like Denver would actually do something crazy as this, but for Miami Heat's purposes, I'm going to do this trade because this would work out for Miami very well. So Jimmy Butler's going to go team up with Jokic, and we get Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. to be our starting forwards going forward, which feels pretty damn good, right? So you'd be pretty happy about that. And here is your new rotation. So it's going to be Hero, Rozier for now, but that will change eventually. Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, Bam Adebayo, Duncan Robinson, Jaime Jaquez, Kevin Love, and Alec Burks. And then what we could do eventually is we could have Rozier gone, and we could probably start Jaime Jaquez at the at the 2 guard spot, and Hero remains at the point guard. But for now, we'll leave it the way it is currently. So we're going to go ahead and select the rest of the season with Porter and Gordon acquired, and we'll see how the rest of the season goes with Jimmy Butler gone, Jimmy Butler in obviously Denver, and then now we have Aaron Gordon and Porter here in Miami. So at the end of the season, Shane wins MVP, Missy is your Rookie of the Year, Amin Thompson 6-man Wemby Defensive Player, and Jalen Suggs Most Improved. Steph is your Clutch Player, and Tom Thibodeau is your Coach of the Year, and Jordan Hobson is your Executive. So here's your All-NBA first team: Shea, Jokic, Luka, Giannis, Trae Young. All-NBA second team with LeBron, Wemby, Anthony Davis, Sabonis, Cat. Here's your All-NBA third team, All-Defensive first team, and All-Defensive second team. So Denver ends up as the 5th seed in the West. So what are they starting now currently after they traded everything? So now they have a rotation of Russ, starting over Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Jimmy Butler, Peyton Watson, Jokic. So even though they traded Gordon and Porter, they actually still have a solid rotation. I'm rooting for them, man. I hope they go on to win it all, but their bench definitely is lackluster. Okay, so we actually made the playoffs as well as the 6th seed, so that feels pretty good. Here are your stats. You had 24 from Tyler Hero, 16 and 10 from Bam Adebayo, 15 from Michael Porter Jr., 14 from Rozier, 13 from Gordon, and 10.5 from Duncan Robinson. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see if we can go on a deep playoff run. We get Boston, of course, we are very familiar with, and we are going to get swept, which is to be expected. So Denver got beat in 6, unfortunately, so Jimmy Butler might just leave Denver, and they might just be out of their 2 forwards. So we might have ruined the Denver Nuggets in 2K currently if Jimmy Butler just leaves them. DeAndre Jordan's going to retire a Nugget, though. All right, so for the lottery, although this obviously won't matter for us, we got Atlanta getting number 1 via the Lakers, which was, great for them. And then Bulls 2, Jazz 3, and then Blazers number 4. Okay, so staff signing. Obviously, we're not going to fire Eric Spoelstra. Let's just go to draft night, and let's see what we got going on here. So on draft night, I do want to try to trade Rozier because I just don't want him here anymore. So let's see if we can get something for his services. Don't even care what we get, just want him out of here. So the Lakers, they probably shouldn't be trading first round picks because they just ended up giving their first overall pick to obviously the Jazz, right? Was it the Jazz or the Hawks? Sorry. So we got the Nets. I'm not sure where the Nets would want him. Denver, you want Rozier too? You want to make another trade with me? Jock Landale in the 2nd. Yeah, I could get behind that. Zach Collins if the Spurs felt like they needed another player, I guess. The Thunder, Timberwolves. Maybe the Timberwolves. I mean, DiVincenzo would be, kind of interesting for us. And then Corey Kispert or Rashawn Holmes. Okay, so there are some offers I like here that could get behind. So Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal is definitely interesting. It gives us like 2 bench pieces going forward. They definitely wouldn't be starters. So yeah, I actually like this trade a lot. We can get behind this, although I'm not sure if Phoenix can aggregate contracts. But so do we want to do the Rockets trade, or do we want to do the Grayson Allen Royce O'Neal trade? I may be stuck with salaries if we trade for this one, or we'd probably be out of a contract very soon at Jock Landale. Which one do we want to do? I think I'm gonna do this one with Phoenix. We're gonna send Rozier to Phoenix, and we're gonna get Grayson Allen Royce O'Neal as 2 bench additions for the team. And if it doesn't work out, eventually maybe we can throw their contracts together to make a trade later on. So I like that a lot. Get rid of Rozier, and now you have, obviously Grayson Allen and Russ Neal, who could be really good bench players for the future. So I can rock with that. I don't think we have a draft pick at all, but let me double check if I'm correct. Or yeah, so we do not have a pick, and now we're going to player options. Jaime Jaquez, Jovic, 2 players we will accept, and then Josh Christopher is a free agent. Everyone else, don't even think we have any important free agents if I had to guess. Richardson's the only one. But here is free agency. You do have Vince Williams here if we want him. But let's see what we got. So we got hero point guard, Robinson and Grayson Allen, which I don't really want to keep Robinson going forward either. But Grayson Allen as the bench guard feels fine. I'm going to move Jaime Jaquez probably to the 2 guard if I had to guess. And then Aaron Gordon, Haywood Highsmith, and Jovic. And then you have Khalil Ware, who I have hope in, but I'm not really sure I can trust him to be the backup 5 next year. So ideally, we trade Duncan Robinson probably for a backup center. Or if there's one in free agency this time, maybe we could do that as well. You have like Luke Cornett or Drummond, so we might look into those 2 guys. But let's just start with the Duncan Robinson offer first and see if we get anything of value to us. So Kevin Huerter, KCP, Jaden Hardy, Brooklyn wants Zeke Naji, Moses Moody, nothing. So we don't get a single center offer to us. So I think we might just have to sign one into free agency. So let's go ahead and do just that. So we are going to sign probably Drummond, if I had to guess. So Andre Drummond as an insurance plan to Khalil Ware not developing enough. We'll do that. Robinson will probably regress to just not be in the rotation. And then maybe that gives us the ability to make a crazy trade at the deadline if we have the assets to do so, which probably won't be easy. So Drew Smith and all those guys set their offers. And now we have Gordon up to an 84, Porter up to an 83, and then Jaime Jaquez up to an 80. You do have Grayson Allen regressing, and Russ Neal is a 78 still. So that's all really good. Khalil Ware, not quite there yet, but he's getting there eventually. So Drummond will be the backup 5 next year, and then Khalil Ware will probably join us next year. But all right, let's get in the rotation for year number 2 without Jimmy Butler, and we'll see how things look for the rotation. We have to cut 1 player, unfortunately, and we'll see who it's going to be. So it's going to have to be probably Isaiah Stevens. All right, so let's get into the rotation. So I actually really like this rotation for your number 2. It's going to be Tyler Hero and Jaime Jaquez in the backcourt, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Bam Adebayo. And then you got Russ O'Neal, Grayson Allen off the bench, Haywood Highsmith, Nikola Jovic, and Andre Drummond. The only other thing I'm going to look at is some shot tendencies. So obviously, Hero's going to have to be the guy here now, which we're fine with, and Bam Adebayo's at 79 is great. And then is there anybody else? So I guess Jaime Jaquez can maybe take a jump here because we might need him to be a good scorer here. So we'll do something like that. And other than that, that should look just fine. So Hero, Bam Adebayo, Jaime Jaquez need to be the guys. Porter's going to be a nice, obviously, complimentary piece, but I'm not going to push his shot tendency up like I did Jaime Jaquez. So hopefully Jaime Jaquez could jump up and have a crazy good year for us. We're actually a 4-star proficiency at pace and space. If I decide to stop the deadline to make any trades, I will show you guys, but I'm going to leave it up to how we're doing in the simulation. And so far, things are going extremely well. So we'll just kind of see how things finish out at the end of the season, unless if I stop at the deadline. So at the end of the year, number 2, Luka wins MVP. Harper's Rookie of the Year. Cooper Flag's your 6th man. Wemby's Defensive Player. And Scoot's your Most Improved. Maxey is your Clutch Player. And Jason Kidd is your Coach of the Year at 68 and 14. And Executive of the Year goes to Hobson. So here's your NBA first team with Luka, Jokic, Giannis, Shea, LaMelo. All NBA second team with Kat, Wemby, Steph, Anthony Davis, and Anthony Edwards. All NBA third team. So no Miami Heat representatives or anything like that. Did Jimmy Butler stay in Denver is the question? No, Jimmy Butler or Denver, or I guess Denver's in the play-in. But let's see if he stayed there. I hope he did. He did not. So I don't know where Jimmy Butler went. Let's see if we could find him really quickly to keep tabs on the boy. Where did he go in free agency after he didn't want to stay in Denver is the question. Not seeing his name so far. But we'll see. Oh, he's in Utah of all places. Okay, so he signed a 1-year deal with the Utah Jazz. Okay, interesting. The Utah is not in, by the way, just to say that. But we are the top 4 seed in the East, which is why we felt pretty good about not making the trade at the deadline just yet. But yeah, 25 from Hero. Hero's a really good player in 2K and in real life too. Bam Adebayo 15.5, 15 from Jaime Jaquez, 14 from Michael Porter, 12 from Aaron Gordon, and 8 from Russ O'Neal, and then 7 from Russ O'Neal, or sorry, 7 from Grayson Allen, and then 8 from Russ O'Neal. All right, I guess that's backwards. 9 from Grayson Allen and 8 from Russ O'Neal. You guys can tell that I am tired still, but regardless, up for the grind. And here are your 3-point percentages as well. Grayson Allen 40%, Hero 41. All right, we get Toronto round 1. So Toronto is one of those teams, man, that just always seems to pop off in the 2K sim. I felt pretty good about how our season went. But I do know if we don't make it on a deep playoff run, we probably need to make an aggressive trade in the offseason. So let's see how this goes against the Toronto Raptors. Let's go down to an amateur rotation for the playoffs as well. We'll see how this turns out. So somebody come around against Toronto, and we sweep them. Okay, good start. Now we get Boston, who actually beat us last year. They now have Tyus Jones as a starting point guard. Peyton Pritchard's still there, and Drew Holiday's still there. But acquiring Tyus Jones is not a bad addition by any means. So somebody come around against Boston, and we're up 2-1 so far. 2-2. Okay, so game 5. If we can make it to the conference finals with this team, I feel pretty good about that. But we'll see if we get that lucky. We got to win a game 5 on the road to do so. NTD Garden have the lead right now, and we will hang on to it. So we have, Hero drops 52 in game 5, and now we're on the road in game 6. Yo, if you want to have one of those 50 bombs again, we'll take it. We'll take it for sure, because I don't want to avoid a game 7 at all costs, but we won't. We're going to a game 7. So game 7 on the road. We just won in Boston, so we'll see if we can maybe do that again. Hero, I need you to dig deep and have another 50 bomb probably. So we had the lead for a second. Boston took it back, but we take it back. This is going to be a close one down the stretch, isn't it? 5-point game with 2 minutes left. I think, oh gosh, this is going to be close. Nope, I think we're going to get it. I think, the tie ball game, 116 to 116. I think we got to jump in and at least watch what happens, right? So Boston's going to have the, or no, we have the ball. Ooh, you know what? Do I take care of business here? Let's take care of business. 39 seconds left. Hero has been the hero. So let's make sure we go through him. Jason Tatum. And I'm just going to take this, and that's going to be a miss. And I had to take the layup chance. But we have the 2-for-1 opportunity. Just got to get a stop. Jovic feels really slow right now, and Hero gives Tyus Jones a wide open look, and he's just going to splash it. You know, I understand why Hero felt like he needed to help me there. Jovic felt really slow. But did we get that? Oh my gosh, that was an in and out. Oh, bro, that was so close. Okay, so we just folded this situation really badly. We could have maybe won. Maybe I kept with Simcast. We win and make it to the conference finals. Maybe things are different right now. But I will say, they did miss a free throw, so we're technically still alive. We just got to hit 2 threes to, like, maybe tie the game. But we got to go fast. Oh, they're going to leave Hero open. Okay, we're in business, maybe. We got to get a foul immediately. They're going to tie it. Or, sorry, they're going to call a timeout. But we hit it through Tower Hero. 119-20. We got to be very quick in the next possession, though. We do not have a timeout, so you got to keep that in mind. Got to foul immediately. Got to foul immediately. So whoever they're going to, just foul them. Foul. There you go. That's quick. That's what we wanted. So we got Jason Tatum at the free throw line. And if he misses one, oh boy, that would have been clutch. But we could still tie this game. 5 seconds left to tie the game. All right, we got to get it to Hero here. I'm just going to release the shot with Hero and live with the results. So 5 seconds on the clock. And we are going to shoot a 3. That might have been too deep, and it's going to go in and out again. All right, well, unfortunately, we're going to the offseason. I folded in the situation. Maybe should have just watched what happened, but all good. We'll see what we can do in the offseason to make this team even better. The Boston did make it to the finals, but they lost to the Spurs here, or they're going to lose to the Spurs here. So here are your retirements. You got Drew Holiday calling it a day. And I guess what we're going to try to do is we're going to see if we can use Michael Porter Jr.'s contract to bring in another star, I think. That's probably what we'll do. We have the 20th overall pick on draft night. And, you know, Eric Spoelstra is still our head coach. So let's head to draft night. And let's see if we can make that happen. So if we just simply threw MPJ in the trade finder with his $40 million expiring contract and our 20th overall pick and a future 2030 overall first, what would that get me? Does that give me anything? So Levine, no. I'm not going to do it for like anybody that I don't feel necessary to go for. OG Anunoby is interesting. Daniel Gafford, Cameron Johnson, Ben Simmons, no. Nembhard, DeJounte Murray, and Grady Dick, Amanda Quickly, the 4th overall pick in this draft. Jason Wallace, Julius Randle, Denny Avdia. So far, not really seeing anything that I like of value. So we're actually just going to go ahead and draft, and then we'll see what we can do after the draft. So we got Malachi Moreno here, who might have some value. Does anybody have like the ceiling of an all Hall of Fame player? There it is. Elston Harrington out of Harvard. We'll take that. Hopefully he has some good trade value. Probably won't keep him going forward. We got Samuel Jackson in an early round 2 pick as well. So Chloe Ware will accept. Qualifying offers, Jovic is a free agent, and then Christopher and Keyshawn Johnson are free agents too. So we have, you know, Robinson, Nikola Jovic, and Haywood Highsmith all as free agents. But before we do any of that, I am going to once again look at making a trade. So Porter, I don't know where we're going to send you to, but the idea for me is to get a better shooting guard or forward in this situation. We can move Jaime Jaquez to the 3 if needed. Aaron Gordon will stay probably. But if we can find the next guy to bring in to Miami, that's what I want to do ideally. So I actually have my eyes on 2 targets. First one is going to be Devin Booker. Oh, actually, this would probably be the second one. Although it says they're not going to trade Devin Booker. So probably can't get him. Instead, we're going to see if we get Cade Cunningham off the Detroit Pistons. Because we can move Hero down to the shooting guard. You can have a backcourt of Cade and Hero. I can really get behind that. So let's see if we can make that happen. Let's go talk to the Pistons and see if we can get Cade Cunningham off their hands. We definitely have Porter's contract that could, match Cade exactly. And Cade would not Hero, sorry. We're going to throw Porter in here. We're going to throw probably as many firsts as we can throw in here. We probably have to throw so Harrington has 2.5 star trade value, so that should help. Do we have anybody else? Like Jaquez, I'm going to try to keep out the trade if possible. And then we could offer Khalil Ware as well. We could offer Jackson. Okay, he might have some value. The 29th overall pick and my 2030 first round pick. And then Royce O'Neal. Does Royce O'Neal make things interesting? Grayson Allen? No. Or Jaime Jaquez, like I said. Or we could throw Khalil Ware in here as well. We'll leave it to one player. Let's say we do Royce O'Neal. So this all for Cade Cunningham. Do they accept it? Porter, Harrington, 2 first round picks, Royce O'Neal for Cade to come to Miami, and they don't agree to it. So probably gonna have to throw something more of value to them in here. So is it gonna have to be Khalil Ware? And it's not gonna work. What if we threw Royce O'Neal in here instead, and they don't agree still? So don't have the value right now in the trade. We might have to sacrifice Jaime Jaquez, which I didn't necessarily want to do. But if it means we get Cade Cunningham, who's a freaking bona fide star, I think I would do it. So Jaime Jaquez, and let's say we do Jackson first before we throw in Khalil Ware as well. So they don't agree. But if I throw in Khalil Ware, does that make a difference? So we trade all of our young pieces for Cade. No, they still don't agree to that. So that doesn't even work regardless. That was actually our best offer at the Pistons for Cade. So they're going to say no. I don't know if I'd do the same offer for Devin Booker, although they said he's untouchable already. So I doubt this would even go through. Yeah, so it's not even going to work. So we might have to turn our attention to somebody else. I thought I could get one of those guys, but I was dead wrong. Oh, wow. The Hornets just accepted that offer. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just screw around and say, hey, Charlie, do you want this offer for LaMelo? And they did it. So we traded them Michael Porter, Harrington, 2 firsts, and Khalil Ware for LaMelo Ball. So LaMelo Ball is now on the Miami Heat. So I honestly thought that was going to take a little bit more than that. I just said, screw it. Let's offer it. But the one thing we did do is we kept Jaime Jaquez, which is even better. So we can move Hero to shooting guard, Jaime Jaquez to the 3. And then Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, Drummond. So we did trade Khalil Ware, unfortunately, but it all works out. We got LaMelo Ball at the end of the day. Can't be too mad. So LaMelo, Hero as your backcourt, Jaime Jaquez, Royce O'Neal, and Gordon and Drummond. So we definitely need to sign some. We'll definitely need to re-sign some of these guys that are sitting here. It's like Nikola Jovic, you got to re-sign him. Probably got to re-sign Haywood Highsmith as well. And then we definitely need. Well, yeah, we could bring in Jonathan Isaac, which we probably don't need. Bruce Brown. Or Scottie Pippen Jr. actually sounds pretty good if we can get him. So see if we can sign those 3 guys, and we do. So we're going to get those 3, so that's going to make our bench that much better, and it gives us no other option. So we almost made the playoffs, or almost made it to the finals last year, or to the conference finals rather. But hopefully with LaMelo coming in, it makes us that much better. So we'll see how that all works out. Drummond does regress, which I kind of figured would be the case. If I do decide to stop at the deadline and upgrade our back of 5, I will show you. But LaMelo being brought in gives me all the confidence in the world that we could probably go win a championship next year. So hopefully that ends up working out in our favor. So another MVP award for Luka. AJ's Rookie of the Year in Orlando. Ace Bailey, 6th man in Atlanta. Not sure. I guess he's coming off the bench for either Reece Shea or Jalen Johnson. And yeah, so all looks good. The one thing we have going for us is I'm assuming LaMelo Ball might be on one of these, and he did not make it. So really unfortunate there. All offensive first team, we do get Bam Adebayo, which is great, and all defensive second team, all rookie first team, and all rookie second team. But we have the first seed in the Eastern Conference. I'm not too surprised by that. Seeing we brought in LaMelo, we have Hero, 16 from Bam, 14 from Jaime Jaquez, 12 from Gordon, and 12 from Scottie Pippen. So all in all, clearly we are trying to win a championship this year with the addition of LaMelo Ball. Went after Cade and Booker and just kind of BS'd on LaMelo, and he ended up here. So now we get Cleveland in round 1, who has Garland, Mitchell, Okoro, Mobley, Allen. So it's pretty much the same team as always. Like, I guess they have Tristan da Silva now, but they're the 8th seed. So hopefully they're the 8th seed for a reason, and we can just smoke them, and we will beat them in 5. So good start. And Boston already gets eliminated. We do play the Knicks, who are usually pretty good. So might have to show some respect towards the Knicks, but we'll go up 1-0, 2-0. So far, so good. Oh, we're going to sweep the Knicks too? All right. We're in the conference finals just like that. So that was pretty easy. Now we get Indiana. So Indiana, Halliburton, Nembhard, Siakam. Yeah, it's a good-looking team, obviously. Mathurin, Jarris Walker off the bench, Obi Toppin, Aaron Nesmith. Feel like we're going to have our work cut out for us here, but here goes nothing. So game 1, 1-0. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, 2-1. So now we're down 2-1. So we got a simcast game 4 because I am not in the business of going down 3-1 to this Indiana team. I don't want to be a part of that. So let's see if we can hang on to this game 4 victory. Looking good so far, as long as we don't... They're getting closer to making us blow this lead at the very end, but thankfully we'll hang on. 120-111. Closer than I would have wanted it to be, but now we go to a game 5 in Miami. So now it's tied. It's all about winning the best of 3. Let's see if we can make that happen. Just got to win 2 straight, and we're not going to win this one. So we got to win 2 straight for sure now. No margin for error left, and one thing we'll go ahead and do, we go to an 8-man rotation, backs against the wall. I didn't come this far just to lose to Indiana in the conference finals, hopefully. We are going to maybe force a game 7 as long as we don't blow a massive lead here. So, and they're getting closer again. It's been like that the last 2 victories we've had, unless, are we even going to get this one? Okay, so game 7 is on the horizon. Dallas and San Antonio waiting us on the other side. It will be Dallas. So here we go. Can we come out here and beat the Pacers in game 7? Did we come this far just to lose? We have the lead right now. Just hang on to it. And we're going to be in the 4th quarter with a close game, it looks like. Just make it closer. That's all I'm asking for. And we are going to be in a dogfight. So it's a 3-point game. It's a tied game now. All right, so 115-115. 2 minutes left on the clock. Now, I jumped into the Boston game earlier. Screwed up royally. But this time, we're going to make up for it. We're going to make up for it. We're going to make sure we win this game. So, go to LaMelo Ball here and give me a screen. Really don't like Jovic on the floor at all, to be honest, in this situation. But maybe he gets, yeah, he's going to get the, okay, I was about to say, better make that. Layup for Jovic, take the 2-point lead. That's clutch. All right. So if we win this, obviously we get to the NBA Finals. I really like or hate the rotation we have on the floor right now. Not even going to lie to you. Pippen, I want my starters out here. So too many guards and Andrew Nembhard. Don't want to use my last time out, though, honestly. But whatever. I guess we'll rock with it. So we'll go to Hero. I just get to the... We got LaMelo Ball on the perimeter. Shot, and that will not go in. Can we get the rebound? Violation. You know what? I'm fine with that. Let's get to the substitutions because what I don't really like what we're doing right now. So, or is that substitutions literally right there? All right, so let me get, okay, so it looks like they're bringing in our starting 5, which is what I wanted ultimately. So bring in the starting 5, and now it'll be our ball too. I just realized that. So like, leave Hero open. What are we doing? What are we doing? You're not even guarding me. I'm just gonna, hit Hero. Now our starting 5 is out here, which is what should have been earlier. So Halliburton's gonna have the ball. LaMelo guarding him. Let's see if we can get a stop here. And LaMelo's very, very tired right now. Minute 40 left. He just burnt me really badly. Our whole team is or at least our backcourt's gassed, I guess. All right, give me a screen, Bam Adebayo. And let's see what Miles Turner is gonna decide to do. Aaron Gordon. See if we can. Almost decided to take that shot. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Need a screen badly here. And let's go to Bam Adebayo. Okay, that did not work out. Just throw it up. And yeah, so we had to throw up a shot. And I'm just not playing well right now at all. So Siakam is going to go to Halliburton. Our whole team is just gas right now, unfortunately. We're there, though. Good defense. Just get the rebound. Boom. Rebound's taken. Go to Hero and transition. Can I just take this? Dude, everyone's just so tired, dude. Maybe we have to go through Bam Adebayo. And can we get that layup? It does go in. Okay, 121 and 119. I'm about to say that looked like an open look to me. We just need to stop on defense now. So we take the lead. 1 possession game still. Halliburton's going to have the ball. He is gassed as well, so we got to keep that in mind. He's going to try to make some moves on me. I'm here. Going to go to Siakam. Don't give him an open 3. Aaron Gordon. I'm there, man. Defense is being is good so far. Halliburton 3. 3 is up, and it is no good. We're going to get the rebound, and now we have the ball. We got to make sure we hit a shot on this possession. We can make this a 2-possession game right here, right now. So let's take a lot of clock off for sure. 15 seconds on the shot clock. And let's get a screen from Aaron Gordon. Let's see if we can hit a shot here. So nothing. Bam Adebayo, 7 seconds left. And I'm going to go to LaMelo Ball 3. And that is not going to go in. 7 seconds, and they're going to call a timeout. All right. Well, it took a lot of time off the clock, thankfully. But now we just got to make sure we don't allow a 3-pointer to go down. So did not have a shot earlier. Let's just make sure we don't allow a 3 to happen. So Halliburton's going to have the ball. And he's going to shoot a mid. That's exactly what I did not want to happen. And he's going to hit it 1 second on the clock. Exactly what I did not want to happen. And of course it happened. So, all right, well, we got to hit a shot here, man. And it's not going to be easy, obviously. Let's see if we can get this ball inbounded to an open look. LaMelo, Tyler Hero. And we're going to shoot it. And that is going to be no good. We're going to lose in the Game 7 again. And this time in the conference finals. So maybe I need to stop jumping in. I've learned my lesson. We'll go back for another season. But dude, the help defense killed me there. I had Halliburton just fine. And Hero comes off his guy and leaves him hard wide open. All right, well, let's get to another season. So final season here, no matter what happens. I don't think I'm jumping in this time. I've done it twice and screwed up both times. So hopefully things will work out this time. So 28 from LaMelo, 22 from Tyler Hero. I will tell you guys, I did trade Jovic for Nick Richards because I was just tired of Nikola Jovic. So got ourselves an actual backup 5. So Nick Richards was in that role. But we get Boston round 1. So obviously playing the Boston Celtics is never fun. But hopefully we could just beat them. So many... Oh boy, this could be bad. So we're down 3-2 in game 6. So we got to win on the road. And is this how it's going to end for us? Or do we get back in it? Nope, we're going to lose. All right, boys. Well, I screwed it up. I think it's my fault. I'll take a full accountability. I jumped in twice and screwed it up both times. Mavericks beat the Bulls in 6. The reason why we didn't win a championship is totally because of me. But Jimmy Butler... will he be traded in Miami? Traded from Miami soon? Let me know down in the comment section below. On that, guys, have a great weekend. I'll see you on the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.